Hello and welcome back. We're so glad you're here today. Come and join the Young Toddler group as we interact and play. My name is Tamika Reese and I'll be your guide through these virtual visits. In these visits, we'll go over the parent-child interaction. We'll talk about the parent-centered development, and we'll also go over the family well-being. All right, let's get started. First, I want to thank you and welcome you to 2021. Happy New Year. I want to thank you for all your time and dedication through this challenging year. Things have been very different for us. So I just want to thank you and for all your time that you spent for your working with your child, working with your home visitor, just making sure that we get things done, coming to pick up materials, these virtual parent meetings and home visits. It's been very different this year, but you know what, together with us working together, we can kind of make this change and just make it work and happen for us. So I really just want to thank you and welcome you to the 2021 school year. So we're going to start off with our welcome song. And we're going to go ahead. Remember, we're going to use our child's name to make sure that we bring their attention in, let them know it's time to do the activity, and it's time for us to get started and to get focused. So let's get in. Miss Tamika's here today. Miss Tamika's here today. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Miss Tamika's here today. So then you're going to use your child's name. So we can say, let's see, if your child name is Kendall, we can say Kendall's here today. Kendall's here today. Clap, clap, clap your hand. Kendall's here today. And then whomever else is in the room with you, you can say, Mommy's here today. Mommy's here today. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Mommy's here today. So then that's what we're going to do in order to get started and to welcome everyone into the activity so we can all get focused, okay? So today's book reading is entitled Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And other favorite bedtime rhymes. So remember, when you're talking to your child about the book, we're going to review the parts of the book. So we're going to talk about the front of the book, the spine of the book, and the back of the book. So by now, your child, if you're reviewing this with your child, you should be able to tell me, baby, where's the front of the book? Can you go to the front? Can you turn to the front of the book? And you ask, where's the back of the book? So asking these questions can help you know if your child is retaining some of the information that you are giving them. And repetition is the key. Doing this over and over goes. So every time that you go together to read a book, so if it could be at nighttime or right before a nap, you can talk to the child like, hey, baby, we're going to talk about, this is our book. In our book, we have a front of the book and the spine of the book and the back of the book. And it just depends on your child's development and their age and where they are, if they're going to be able to respond to these questions. And also, it depends on you and how often you review these things with your child. So this is just, we're going to start off with the different rhymes. So I'm only going to read a few of the rhymes that are in this book. So our first one is Starlight, Star Bright. So starlight, star bright, the first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. Oh, here's another one. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. And this one, Jack be nimble. So Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumps over the candlestick. And here's another one. I love these. I remember singing this to my daughters when they were little. So, hush, little baby. Hush, little baby. Don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird don't sing, Papa's gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring turns brass, Papa's gonna buy you a looking glass. And if that looking glass gets broke, Papa's gonna buy you a billy goat. And if that billy goat won't pull, Papa's gonna buy you a cart and bull. And if that cart and bull turn over, Papa's gonna buy you a dog named Rover. And if that dog named Rover won't bark, Papa's gonna buy you a horse and cart. And if that horse and cart falls down, you'll still be the sweetest little baby in town. All right, one more. So twinkle, twinkle, little star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. All right, we're going to read one more. Let's find a good one. Oh, this one, I like this one. Hey, diddle, diddle. Hey, diddle, diddle. The cat and the fiddle. The dog jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such a sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. The end. So these were just several rhymes and lullabies that you can read with your child. And later on, we're going to talk about these different things when we talk about our developed center parenting. Today's parent-child interaction is entitled Homemade Guitar, Strumming and Plucking. So with this activity, we'll focus on the developmental area of social and emotional. So when you are enthusiastic and singing along with your child feels good because you're engaged in the activity together. And he wants to do more of these things with you. So our parenting the behavior for this activity is supporting learning. So while you're doing this activity, you'll be supporting your child's learning. So you are motivating your child to keep playing when you're showing that you're interested and you're joining in on the fun and the enthusiasm of the activity. So when you're doing this activity with your child, just make sure you're being really you're engaging, you're encouraging them to pick the rubber bands, to really get into it, singing the songs, encouraging them to take the turn to sing the song. So for this activity, we're going to need some different containers, some hard plastic containers. So we can use things like a square or round. For this one, I have a big container. You're also going to need some rubber bands. So some big rubber bands, preferably, so to make sure that they're really stretchy, and then you can pull them across the containers. And also, you're going to, our safety tip for this activity is to remember that rubber bands are choking hazards. So keep the guitar out of reach when it's not in use. Also supervise your child every time that they're playing with it. And if a rubber band breaks, remember to just throw it away immediately. Don't leave it on the ground, because our children are very curious and they explore pretty much everything and through their mouth. So we want to make sure we throw that away, because these things can be a choking hazard for our child. So this is for the activity purpose only. And we want to make sure that we are very cautious and alert when we are playing with our children with these activities. So first, you're going to stretch several rubber bands around your container. So you could do like 5 or 6. So while you're doing this, you're going to talk to your child about what you're doing. Look, I'm pulling this rubber band to stretch it around the container. And then you're going to talk about, I'm putting a thin rubber band on. So this one is thin. Let's see if I can find a thicker one. All my rubber bands are the same size. So then, or you can have a thicker one. You're like, I'm going to put a thicker rubber band on. Because it's going to make a different sound. So, and you can also have your child engage with you as you're going to put the rubber bands on. Have them pull and stretch, and that's going to be good for their fine motor skills. It's helping them being able to build those muscles in their fingers. So it's important for you. It'll be good to have them help you with putting on the rubber bands if you feel like they're capable of doing that with you. So first, you're going to show the child the different sounds that the rubber bands can make. So you can say, you can pluck them first. As you see, each rubber band had a different sound. That was a higher sound, a little lower. So those two are lower. So depending on how stretched out the rubber band is, the placement of it, they can make different sounds. And then you can also show them how they can strum the rubber band. So put them all together. So plucking and strumming. So then once you do that, after you've both explored and taken turns back and forth, you can encourage your child to sing a song. So either this can be a song that you've already seen, or it can be a made-up song. So you can do like, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. So while you're singing the song, kind of notice what your child is doing. Either you can make one for you and one for the child, or y'all can share this the container back and forth. So that's a good way for teaching your child how to take turns. But just notice your child. Are they doing plucking on the beat of the rhythm? Dun, 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 dun. Or are they going to do it to the words? Twinkle, twinkle. Like, see how I'm doing it on the syllable? Or twinkle, twinkle, little star. So am I doing it on every word, or is the child doing it on the syllables? So just kind of notice to see how they're strumming it. And then you can kind of talk to your child and be like, okay, we're going to do it to the beat of the song. Say, boom, boom, boom. And you can make up different patterns. You can say 1, 2, 1, 2. So you can make up different patterns. So there's different ways that you can use this activity. Also, just to expand the activity, you can do it with different sizes. So as you can see, this is a smaller one, a smaller container. Now I have a bigger container. Let's see if it's going to make a different sound when I do it on the bigger container. As you can see, that's a different sound because the rubber band is stretched further out. So the retention and everything and the vibration is going to be different. Or you could do it on like something like a round. Let's see if when it's round, the bowl is round, is it going to make a different sound? Oh, those sound very different from my square one. So like I have the square one and the round one. Let's see what the sound this one's going to make. So these are making different sounds. So this is a good way for you to expand the activity with your child. Just listen to the different sounds that each container makes. So as you go on, you can talk about, there's different ways for your child to be curious and experiment with different things with the rubber bands and the containers. All right, I hope you and your child enjoy this activity. Have fun, and remember, always watch your child with these rubber bands because they can be choking hazards. And once you're finished with the activity, either you have so watch your child and supervise them as they play with it. And once they're finished, put the guitar away because you want to make sure we keep our children safe and we keep them free from any type of choking hazard. Good. Have fun playing. So our parent-centered development is entitled Language Experience Center, Rhymes and Songs. So childhood rhymes and songs are delighted generations of parents and their children. Not all are fun to say and to sing, but they encourage language development and their language skills. So right here we have like the book that I was using. It has different songs and rhymes. So using these different songs and rhymes, you might think that it's just fun for you and your child to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, or things like that, or Hey Diddle Diddle. But when you're doing these things, especially the ones with the rhyming sounds, it helps develop your child's language skills. And it also, when they're able to do these things and repetition and everything, it helps them. So for your child's brain, singing and repeating the songs face to face with your child builds brain connections, and it's more effective than for your child to watch it like on the television, maybe the Coco Melon, like listening to it on YouTube. It's more effective when you and your child are having that interaction, and it's a face-to-face interaction, and you're singing these songs together. Now, there's nothing wrong with you having your child watch a little bit of the different YouTube songs and everything, because it can help them get familiar with the song. But when you bring those brain connections in and making those connections, those human connections, it's very important for you to do it with your child face to face. Also, when your child is hearing the changes in the pitch and the rhymes, it helps them learn patterns of language. So as you know, when you're talking, there's pretty much a flow to how you talk. So when your child is listening to these rhymes and songs, it does help your child understanding the flow of language and how to verbally express themselves. So singing is good for your child's emotional development also. You're connecting with your child's feelings, and you're building a calm and secure attachment with them. So a simple lullaby or story that is repeated often can help maybe a fussy baby calm down, or just that song and that, or it might can entertain a restless toddler. Singing together is a form of shared attention, and it helps your child build a secure attachment. So when you're thinking about these songs and rhymes that you've known from your childhood, just think about some of the ones that's been passed down to you from your parents, or some of the things that you've learned while you were in grade school. Just some of these songs that you might learn. Think about which ones that you liked. What did you like saying? Maybe it was Humpty Dumpty, or maybe it could have been The Wheels on the Bus. Think about these different songs and rhymes that you used to like, and which ones you would like to share with your child. So think about your favorite lullaby, maybe like the one that's Hush Little Baby, or which songs that have like hand actions. So the one like the Itsy Bitsy Spider, it has like little hand actions, and you can do it together with your child. So think about which one of these are your favorite and what you enjoy, and then take the time to share them with your child. Build that connection with them, and just be mindful of, when you're doing these things, how your child interacts. Are they singing back with you? Do you see them bouncing to the rhythm of the song? Because when you see them bouncing, that means their mind is kind of like building those connections to the rhymes and the flow of the rhythm of the songs. Or are they actually using and putting in some of the words? So when you're doing the repetition of the songs and the rhymes, like you can do let's see. I'm gonna go back to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, because that's what we use today. So you can be like, twinkle twinkle little. So see if your child can fill in that blank for you, because usually they're going to remember the ending sound of the phrase that you're using. Or maybe like twinkle, and see if they're going to fill in that word. So just remember, when you're using these songs and rhymes, it's important for you to do it face to face with your child, because you're building that secure attachment. And they're also, when they're hearing these words coming from your mouth, they're understanding the patterns of language. So just remember to take out that time for you and your child to build these secure attachments. So the family well-being for this week is keeping healthy now or later. So as a parent, you need to take care of yourself. Someone depends on you, and you want to be the parent that your child deserves. So that means for you to stay healthy. And in order for you to stay healthy, you have to make good choices. So you have to take care of yourself to be able to better take care of your child. And you also have to model good behavior and health habits for your child. So one thing that you can do to help you stay healthy now is to make those well checkups. So I know it's you take your child to the doctor, you make sure they get their shots, and they're having those well child checkups. But it's also for you. You should make sure that you make an appointment to see a physician, just to make sure that everything's okay. Because there's also, your body's going to tell you sometimes that if there's something wrong, but sometimes we kind of ignore that, like, oh, I'm just a little tired, I'll be all right. But you're going to make sure that you get your regular checkups. And there's also shots that adults need too. So it's very important for you to make the appointment with a physician, or you can go, there's different clinics around that can help you be able to see the personnel that you need to make sure that we're keeping ourselves in check, making sure we're getting our heart rate checked, our blood pressure, and things like that checked. Also, it's important, your dental health is very important. Regular checkup and cleaning can to help clean by the dentist can help you keep your teeth healthy. And not only just keeping your teeth and gums healthy, but when you're going to the dentist, there's different teeth and gum diseases that can kind of help. When the dentist look in your mouth, they can kind of see like if there's an underlying condition, a health condition that's there. and they'll be able to tell you and point you to the right direction if you need to go to your physician and get checked up. But your gum and teeth health is very important. Another thing is chemical dependency. People who start using drugs at a younger age are more likely to become dependent on it. But since there's no way for you to say you're at risk of chemical dependency, the best way to prevent it is to avoid using any type of chemicals in the first place. So these are just some tips that I want to give you talking about your health. Remember that you are what you eat, so let's make good choices when we're eating our foods. Let's make sure we're getting our fruits and vegetables in, some good lean protein, good healthy carbs. So there's different types of carbs. There's complex carbs and simple carbs. So we want to make sure that we're getting those good simple carbs and limiting. It's okay for you to satisfy a craving, but we're going to make sure that we do that in moderation. And also make sure that we're being great examples for our children. So when you're going to the store, or maybe when you take them with them, kind of like go through the produce and fruit aisles, talk about those different healthy benefits of eating those fruits and vegetables. Just good. I'm wishing everyone good health in this new year, and remember to make good choices as we put in the fuel that we need for our body, because the things that we put in our body is what's going to fuel our body, and and our body's going to respond to the fuel that we put inside of it. I just want to thank you for joining me on this video, the first video of 2021. I just want to wish everyone good health and wealth for this new year. I have a few announcements. We're going to have our parent meeting on Friday, January 8th at 9 o'clock via Zoom. And we're also going to have our toddler socialization on January 15th. It's going to be very fun and exciting. It's called Get Your Glow On. For the parent meeting, in your packet, you should have also received the agenda for the parent meeting. So if you're coming to the parent meeting, remember to have the agenda with you so that you can follow along and know what's going on. And also for the socialization, there's a packet of glow sticks. So look forward to what we're going to do with our socialization. It's going to be very fun and interactive, and it's just a good time for you to see other parents' faces and just have that interaction, because we're not able to be all together in the building right now, but the technology is a great tool for us to use. So we want to make sure that we are attending these meetings. Your attendance is very, very important. And I want to encourage you, if you have the time available, please make the time to go into these meetings. It's very important. I want to thank you for this time. Have a wonderful week.